Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, I'm John, this is Benny, a true and welcome to How to Date a Magical Girl, our Valentine's Day special, because every Valentine's Day, I just do enjoy finding a lovely, beautiful, and slightly mad-looking dating thing, and having a little look-see at it, because 'tis the season, I suppose. Before we get going though, I need to answer some questions truthfully. Okay, question 1, what do I look like? Neither of those, to be honest, neither of those whatsoever. But, as I understand it, you know, the title gives me a clue, this game's going to be about going to a magical girl school. So, logically, it would be a lot easier for her to go to a magical girl school, because I don't know if she's magical, but she's a girl. So she's got 50% of the entrance criteria down right there. This guy, presumably it's going to be a lot harder for him to go to magical girl school. So as a result of that, you know, a great story needs conflict. So I'm going to select him for that reason. Today is a wondrous day. It's a day I've dreamt about for nearly 3 months. A day that I surely thought would never arrive. All the blood, sweat and tears I've shed these past months have led me to this very point in time. This perfect moment, the very point of my entire existence, I now hold in my possession the Holy Grail, an object of such great value and importance that it would spell disaster if it fell into the wrong hands. It rests heavily in my palm, seeming to pulsate with life. The inconspicuous brown paper bag covering it does little to mask its holy aura. Ooh, is this like my Hogwarts acceptance letter? Except like it's exclusively Magical Girl Academy. Wait, hang on. There was one of those in Harry Potter. What was it called? Hang on. Claire! Claire, what's the name of that academy in Harry Potter? The one with like all the girls with the butterflies and the things.
John, what are you playing?
Don't worry about that. What's the name of the academy thing? You know, the one where they go, and it's the butterflies in the film.
The French one?
Yes.
Beaubaton.
Good, that one, yes. Alright, time to find out whether I do indeed have tickets to go to Battenberg Academy or not. I unwrap the brown paper bag and am nearly blinded by the light emanating from within. Finally, I now hold the uncovered object in all of its radiant glory. It's the limited edition special cover version of volume 35 of my all-time favourite magical girl manga series. I'm also going to be honest at this point, I don't actually know exactly what magical girl manga is. Like, I assume it's just basically fancy Japanese witchcraft, yes? Is that true? That seems about right. And now, the very last volume has arrived. Years of worship have guided me here. Today, the series is complete. I'll return home and read this most valued tome and achieve true nirvana. And apparently it is the afternoon of April the 15th. A lovely, lazy, sunny Sunday, spot on. A perfect day for me to read the final volume 35 of Something Something Magical Girl. I feel like I've wasted most of spring, lazing away with nothing to do. I can't even remember the majority of it. The days just pass like a blur. Every day the same as the last. At the very least, Hikari came to visit me some days. At least, I think she did. I don't remember if she ever stayed long or if we talked much. Wow. I hope Hikari's not supposed to be one of my friends or one of the girls I might be dating at Magic Academy, because apparently I'm a dreadful, dreadful friend. Everything changed on that fateful day 2 years ago. That day I picked up the final volume of my favourite Magical Girl manga series. Oh! Sorry, we've skipped forward 2 years apparently. Okay. What have I been doing these 2 years? I read it cover to cover, and when I finished, reality began to sink in. The story was over. The story I had been following for nearly my entire life was just finished. Since that day, I felt so very, very lost. My appetite disappeared. I stopped hanging out with friends. I dropped all my hobbies and... Oh, blimey heck. Okay, fine, the protagonists of these things are often not the most aspirational figures in the world, but this is quite high levels of second-hand embarrassment. I need to pull it together before tomorrow. Tomorrow, the first day at my new school. Ooh, is it by any chance flipping Magical Girl Academy in secret or something? It's kind of hard to believe. Even though I graduated high school, someone decided for me that my studies should continue. I assume that someone was Hikari. She's always meddling in my business. I suppose it's her way of looking after me. How did you graduate high school if you can't even remember anything from the last 2 years? This school must have extremely low standards. Before I knew it, I was enrolled in a new academy, without so much as my nod of approval. Classes start tomorrow. Okay, so Hikari's decided to sign me up to her Magical Girl Academy, which, honestly, I would have thought the staff might have something to say about that, given I am neither a girl nor magical, but okay, we'll sort it out when we get there for the first day, I suppose. Someone is suddenly standing over me. I squint, trying to make out their features. Oh, is it Hikari? It's time to wake up now, John. Oh, no, hang on. Sorry, it needs to be sung. It's time to wake up now, John. I assume that's roughly how she's singing that. Hello, are you Hikari? That's probably Hikari. Yes? Maybe? Yes! Yay, you're Hikari. Right. So, purple eyes, star necklace, probably magical girl. Gotcha. She's kind of cute in her own way, I guess. I've known her for such a long time that I can't imagine her as anything other than a friend, though I wonder if she feels the same way about me. Now the question is, what sort of dating game is this? Because I didn't actually look into how many hedgehogs I may or may not need for this one, because this could be the sort of Sakura style game where in approximately 5 seconds she's going to like trip over a branch and somehow literally all her clothes are just going to fly off immediately, and then that sort of comical nudity related accident will then happen pretty much every scene on and off for the rest of the game. Or this could be incredibly fluffy and sweet and chaste, and maybe we'll hold hands at the Townsgiving fireworks festival or something, and it'll take about 20 hours to get there. I don't know. Either of these things could be true or anything in the middle. And here we go. She confirms that she's been practicing to become a fully fledged magical girl, of course. And now would you like to explain how you got me into that academy? Her words hit me like a truck. Did she just say magical girl? Somehow, the stupor I've been living in for endless months shatters in an instant. I feel like my eyes have opened for the first time in a long time. I see Hikari's smiling face beaming at me as if she's so very proud of what she just said. Oh, I see. When she's sorting out your life for you and trying to get you through school and make sure you don't drop out of your education, then you just don't care about her. But the moment she's a magical girl, oh, suddenly your eyes are opened. Oh, I see how it is, John. I see how it bloody is. Oh, wait, hang on. Apparently I knew that Hikari's training to become a magical girl. Right, apparently I knew that all along. I just forgot, because I'm the most forgetful bastard who ever lived. So if I put 2 and 2 together, I'd say the academy we're attending from tomorrow is a school for magical girls. It is. And I see, yes, I've got no magical talent whatsoever. But that's not actually the first problem I'd come to there, John. I can't explain why I've let my mind stay so foggy these last few years, but maybe now, with school starting tomorrow, I can begin to work towards becoming a functioning human being again. I'm starting to become suspicious this game might actually have like a framing device. Like, is this a dream? Am I having a dream right now? Like, did I take home my Magical Girl manga and I've fallen asleep? And like, I'm going to, at the end of the game, wake up, but then like, whichever magical girl I pick turns out to be real. Because, you know, the power of love and magical girls made her real or something. I'm gonna put $10 on that right now. Hikari, why am I going to a school for magical girls? This is an excellent question. I'm very curious how you're going to answer this one. And the truth is... the truth is a flashback. It's a flashback. About a month ago, you and I were having dinner when all of a sudden... What? My magical girl powers awoke? Did they? That's surprising. I accidentally knocked a glass of water off the table. It was going to shatter on my bare feet, and I screamed, afraid of cutting myself on the glass. It happened so quickly I couldn't move away in time. But then... Wait, how was that going to hit your foot? It was blatantly falling forward onto the table. You just glanced at the glass and it stopped. Mid-air, frozen in time. Isn't it more likely you did that without thinking about it if you're not trained as a magical girl yet? Like, if one of the two of us has magical powers, it's probably going to be the person who's already established as a magical girl. I think at the time you just believed I'd made the glass freeze in place. After all, you've known about my magical powers for a long time. Yes, but if you knew you didn't, I feel like you should have said something, Hikari. I feel like this one's on you. Okay, so that explains how I've got magical powers. However, while I appreciate that the association is keeping track of everyone who's got magical powers, apparently they're not keeping track of certain other things because I still don't belong at the Magical Girl Academy. Ah, I see. There is no Magical Boy Academy because only girls have magic. Is this one of the tropes of Magical Girl manga? I honestly have no flipping clue, but I'm going to assume that's true. Right, so there's no Magical Boy Academy, so I sort of have to go by default. Gotcha. Oh, here we go. It's my first day and Hikari actually picked up the uniform for me. Please tell me it's actually properly, you know, a lovely blouse, a skirt, all of it. That'd just be flipping marvellous. Sadly, I haven't actually seen it yet. I haven't seen myself wearing it, but we've got confirmation. Signature pastel yellow vest. Alright, I noticed that all the other students are female. Oh, bloody genius, this one. Yeah, at the Magical Girl Academy, everyone else is a girl. Who'd have flipping thunk it? It's the rule in a game like this that on your first day, you're in a rush somewhere because you're late, meaning you bump into, knock over, or yourself trip over someone who's going to go on to be in your class and be a love interest. So, conveniently, right on time, my foot is snagged on another student's shoe. I guess I wasn't quick enough to get out of their way. I don't even have time to let out a gasp as I fall flat on my face on the pavement. And who's it going to be? Oh, it's the shy one who almost certainly works in the magical library. And I'm also just going to crack out the first hedgehog here on grounds of some slightly exposed underwear. So, okay, this game has gone a little bit on the upskirty. So, as a result of that, we're going to crack out the hedgehogs. That's all absolutely 100% fine, though. The hedgehogs will keep us safe and pure from sin. Everything's absolutely a-okay. She is a cute girl wearing glasses and she's fallen on the ground in front of me. And yes, actually, this is our first look at the school uniform. So I'm going to work under the assumption that I too am wearing tights, a really rather short skirt, and a sleeveless yellow blouse thing. Yep, presumably that's what I'm wearing and I bet I look fabulous. So, this is Yui and she's very pleased to meet me. Well, kind of a bit pleased to meet me. Honestly, probably not that pleased to meet me. And she blushes for a second before grabbing my hand. Her fingers are soft and delicate, warm. She grips my hand ever so lightly, and I manage to lift her to her feet. Thank you, she says. And yeah, that is a really aggressively short skirt, actually. I mean, bloody hell, that is really, really short. Like, am I actually wearing that? I really hope my character is actually wearing that skirt right now. That'd just be spot on. And here we go, Hikari yelling at me for skipping orientation. So, honestly, I deserve that. Also, it is interesting how, yeah, there's kind of two slightly different visual styles going on here. So, Hikari in the drawing at the beginning looks a little bit different from Hikari now, which is interesting. Also, her skirt seems longer. Is it just me that's thinking that? I think her skirt is longer than Yui's was. So I'm not sure if Yui deliberately took hers up or something. And did Yui have these buttons? Were these buttons always here? I feel like this uniform is not standardized. And Hikari to the rescue, she's taken us to homeroom, which I think means like the class you're in, like your form group as we might say in the UK. So like I'm not sure whether we actually do we do classes with all of these people? Oh, I don't know how the education system works. Like, not in general in Japan, and even more so in Magical Girl Academy. Okay, and apparently the teacher needs to be sexy too in these things. Alright, fine, whatever if you insist, game. I mean, from the look of the little just kind of starting screen at the beginning, there were plenty of magical girls to choose from. We didn't necessarily need a sexy teacher, but fine. Whatever. Sexy teacher, I suppose. You'll find that I'm a very informal teacher. Yes! Yes, I would have estimated. I would have estimated for the fact that you are kind of semi-bursting out of... Never mind, everything's fine. We probably don't need hedgehogs yet, but give it a scene or two. That top button will probably give up the ghost, and then the music will start playing, and we'll have hedgehogs flying all over the shop. It'll be great. Right, 3 core subjects you must all attend in order to progress at the academy. These subjects are magical history, practical magic, and alchemy. Okay, that seems like a reasonable and well-balanced curriculum. I can get behind this. Oh, and as she's saying this, Hikari is writing it all down, taking notes right from the get-go. Alright, chill out, magical Hermione. Wait, hang on. Sorry, Hermione was already magical. That was kind of the point, John. And as for the exams at the end of the year, they are going to be testing me on magic, alchemy, perception. Uh-oh! Apparently if I don't have high perception, I can't pass Magical Girl Academy. Oh, there's so many reasons that I already shouldn't go to Magical Girl Academy, but apparently there's one more. Ooh, this is the first time that Hikari and Yui have actually stood side by side. Yes, Yui's skirt is definitely significantly shorter than Hikari's. Right, and, oh dear. Do I have to make my first choice here? Yui versus Hikari, because Hikari is being flipping jealous and it's only day 1 of Magical Girl Academy. Oh no, never mind, it's fine. Things have de-escalated. They're gonna get on just fine. Possibly they'll end up snogging each other, I don't know. Oh, but Hikari wants to follow up on that conversation. What do I think of Yui? Okay, she's nice. She's a bit on the weird side. She's not going to replace you. Get to the crux of the matter. Hikari is clearly flipping jealous. She's a little bit weird, but then I'm a little bit weird, and Claire's a little bit weird, and Tabby's a slightly weird cat, so I don't really mean that as criticism, but it does appear to be true. Yes. Oh, Hikari like that. She's the jealous sort. But on the other hand, the following day, Yui has made sweets. Like, not just purchased sweets, apparently she made her own sweets. Which is a really, really big point in her favour, if she's actually making me sweets. And apparently magical history will be taught by Isoline. Marvellous. So, magical girls are all about banishing evil, but apparently there's not that much evil floating around, so as a result of that, the average magical girl spends the majority of her time contributing to society instead of engaging in combat versus ne'er-do-wells. There are currently 3 jobs considered to be the most popular among magical girls. They are, in order of popularity, musical idol, doctor, and finally teacher. Musical idol up first, ahead of doctor. Also, no scientists. We don't want to use magic to solve the mysteries of science. Anything like that? How about, like, power plant technician? Could we just have, like, magical girls who have, like, lightning coming out of their fingers solving the world energy crisis? Could we just do that? There's so many things we could use magic for ahead of music and teaching other people to be musicians. I mean, doctor, good. Cure all the world's sickness, that's great. How about botanists? Have we got botanists and farmers? Can magical girls just basically look at completely barren land and just make it incredibly fertile? Could they, like, raise land out of the sea to deal with any problems pertaining to overpopulation, or flattening mountains to create more living space, or just create further arable land, in theory? There's all sorts of things I feel like we should be doing with these magical girls. Oh, Hikari wants to be a musical idol and not a doctor. Oh dear. Right, Hikari, you're going down in my estimation right now. Yui brought sweets and has not said anything about wanting to become a musical idol, alright? She might do something useful, like flattening mountains or raising the dead. Oh, Yui's getting a bit up front with me here on the roof with her box of sweets. What do I look for in a person I should answer truthfully? I like shy girls with glasses. I wonder if that's what I should say if I'm interested in Yui. Interesting. I like girls that are comfortable being themselves, fine, that's Hikari. Or I like tall, fit girls who... I'm not sure, is Hikari, like, physically fit? I'm not sure we've seen enough of her to know whether she's actually, like, athletic or not. Hikari was eating the sweets a second ago. I think she is up on the roof. Like, she's not actually on screen right now, so I'm not sure whether that means she can actually hear us or not. But I'm going to be honest, I'm a sucker for shy girls with glasses, which is absolutely fine. So, yeah, we'll go for that. Yeah, would you believe Yui was quite fond of that answer? Yes. Though I'm going to be honest, she's being a bit too forward here. It's the day after I met her, it's the second day of school, and now she's talking about how she wants to find a partner during her time at the academy. That's a bit needy, Yui, to be honest. That's a little bit too much this early on. I mean, I haven't even met the 3 other magical girlfriend options yet. Oh, we're getting into actual morning routine setting here. Alright, this is interesting. So now I can decide who to actually spend my time with. Okay, so right now my Yui affection level is 1%, which feels weirdly low given she blatantly wants to be my girlfriend. And also, my Hikari affection is 2%, which again is odd, given we're blatantly pretty into each other and we've known each other for years, but apparently our years and years of friendship is only worth 2% affection. Whatever. Also, I can't help but notice that Yui... Are you spending your night in the forest? Is that how that works? Is that where you're spending your nights? Because if so, that's Are you a werewolf? Oh, and it's time for potions class, which is always stressful because Snape blatantly takes out the fact that my dad bullied him on me. Ah, there's Henry Snape right there. So, yeah, apparently he's very open to the possibility that people might actually get blown up. I like Henry Snape. I want it to be known that most of you will fail this class. Most of you will not have the dedication, the perseverance to master alchemy. Oh, he really is going full on Snape. He's giving a proper Snape speech right now. Ah, here we go. So yeah, during the day, I'm stuck with whatever classes I just have assigned to me because I go to school. But in evening and night, I can do whatever I want. Some actions like dating or spending time, reading books, studying magic, those actually take time. And other things, traveling, shopping, giving gifts, talking to characters, those are free. Gotcha. I think that's actually very similar to... what was the magical pastry dating game I played last year? Whatever the pastry dating game I played last year was, that was very similar to this. Oh wow, there's actually quite a lot of different areas I could actually go and visit here. So yeah, there's the school itself, the town, the outskirts, or the special. Or back to the bedroom if things are going very, very well indeed. Now, the problem is... yes, I want to go to library. Forest isn't available yet. I'm guessing that's one of the outskirts over there. But I'm assuming if I go to the library and hang out with Yui there, she might invite me to the forest. Alright, that's my hope anyway. And at the library, I can borrow books one at a time, which is a rather restrictive policy for a library, but whatever. So I could give a gift to Yui, but I don't actually have anything to give to her. Or I could hang out with Draco Malfoy over here. He possibly is the librarian. If I use the library services, is that free? Or does that actually use up time as well? I'd like to borrow a book, please. And the book I'd like to borrow is probably... the book of... yeah, probably the Book of Magic is a really, really good thing to read here in Magic Academy. There we go, spot on. So, I've got that. Now spend some time with Yui. Go on then, and Yui's affection isn't high enough for me to ask her out on a date. I wasn't actually planning to ask her on a date. I was just planning to, you know, sit with her in the library because we're blatantly into each other. And it's a library. Sitting and reading a book is sort of what you do. But, okay. Yeah, I want to actually hang out with her anyway. That's all I wanted, game. I didn't want to ask her out on a date. We barely flipping know each other. And that's just basically worth a free +1 affection. Good. Up to 2% there. Spot on. But... can I go out to the forest and hang out with her werewolf family? Tragically, I cannot go and actually hang out with her in the outskirts because she doesn't know whether I can be trusted with her terrible, terrible secret. Right, in that case, I guess I'll just read the book. And the final of the classes that I take is taught by Miss Aya. Practical magic. Now, this is the interesting one because I've no particular reason to believe I can do anything. Apparently once I froze time with a glass, but I don't remember doing it and I have no idea how it was done. So, not sure this is necessarily going to go that well. And we can also learn about what sort of magic the girls that have shown up have at this point. So, Hikari's a healer. Gotcha. I don't actually know what Yui does yet, so I'd really love her to step forward at this point and just reveal that she's just an incredibly destructive, psychotic magic user who can just toss around fireballs and lightning, because that'd be marvellous. Okay, Yui doesn't actually know yet. There's just been some strange things that have happened around her, but she hasn't quite figured it out. Gotcha. Okay, it's Friday. It's homeroom, which appears to just be us sitting around in a classroom not learning anything, so I'm not really sure what this lesson's actually for. And we've been introduced to Marceline, who is blatantly just Hikari in a wig and glasses. Alright? Don't tell me that's not Hikari in a wig and glasses, because that's Hikari in a wig and glasses. Marceline is a second-year student, so she is your senior. Okay. Here's what's going on here. So, that's blatantly Hikari from the future. And what's my magical power? My magical power is something to do with time. So, I have blatantly pulled Hikari from the future back into the past, but without realizing it because I'm useless like that. So she has to go in disguise. But it's Hikari, so she's terrible at disguises. So all she was able to do was slightly grow out her hair and pretend her name was Marceline. But seriously, that's just fake Hikari. Oh, but last night, Thursday evening, Yui didn't meet us at the school gates. She had to go and do something urgent in the forest with her werewolf friends. Werewolfy things, if you know what I mean. So welcome to the first weekend, and Shin just decided to text me just to check how I was going. Don't worry, Shin, everything's fine. Also, who the hell is Shin? And apparently Shin's gonna come round and visit me. Okay, to be honest, Shin, I'm a little bit busy. Like, games like this, there's like 5 girls I need to get to know. Possibly my hot homeroom teacher might be interested in me too. She probably is. It's that sort of a game. And then I don't actually know how many girls there were, but were there 5 or 6 on the starting screen? There were several. Ah, he's introducing the existence of the shop and possibly the existence of jobs too. In fact, it's one of those super convenient jobs where you just show up whenever the hell you feel like it and get paid. Which isn't really how jobs work, but okay, that'll flipping do. If I need money in order to buy gifts or dates or whatever, that'll be fine. I mean, the bare minimum, I want to get Yui up to 10% so I can take her out for a date and then meet her werewolf parents. And if I can actually increase my expertise, I can make more money from working. Ooh, systems. And this evening, Hikari's in the classroom, Yui is unavailable. Though, actually, based on the amount of space left in this phone, right, so there's going to be 3 more magical girls. Because just based on the amount of space that those are taking up, yeah, you couldn't actually fit another 4 there. So, okay, 3 more magical girls, and fake Hikari from the future is probably going to be one of them. Oh, here we go. I've just shown up, and it's Mayu Himura, magical girl number 3. Except apparently everyone flipping adores her, and also she's a 3rd year, so I'm not sure why I'd have a chance. Well, unless, like, you know, she's actually interested in guys and I'm literally the only guy. This in many ways is an advantageous position for me to be in, yes. Right, so to add on to the old friend girl next door and incredibly shy one who possibly has dark secret, she's the super popular one who thinks there needs to be like a queue for her to sign my yearbook. So no, you can just shove off to the back of the queue, Mayu. I'm not into the popular girl trope. Okay, but to her credit, apparently she has the highest score in literally every subject in the history of the Academy. So that is impressive, yes. Though actually, during Henry Snape's class, Yui did put her hand up and answer the first question when no one else did. So Yui's also pretty smart, just without being like, you know, really up herself about it. So, yeah, to be honest, Mayu, you're not bringing anything to the table that Yui isn't already bringing. Alright, so I've just nipped over to the shop and it's been a bit of a harrowing lesson in how wealthy I am. Which is, I have 500 yen in cash, which is enough to buy about 2/3 of a portion of sushi. So, this is not good news. Fine, maybe I should do that job, sure. But I tell you what, I will just buy a basic lollipop for now. Hooray, and I will gift that to Yui. And in the meantime, yeah, I'll actually do some, no, not the shopping. I'll do some work here, just to see how much money that nets me. Ah, 700 yen, that's not bad at all. Oh, I've just run into a magical girl at random at lunch after alchemy. Right, so this is Kaori. Hello, Kaori. And Kaori is hanging out with a cat. So bonus points to Kaori already. Oh no, Kaori's apparently the tsundere. I can't be bothered with this. It's not worth the flipping effort. If you want to start demanding apologies and generally being unpleasant the first time we've ever met, no, this ain't gonna work. I mean, I like your hair. I like the fact that you were playing with a cat the first time I ran into you, but no. We're sticking with Team Yui for the time being. Okay, so, over at the department store, where things are a little bit on the expensive side, I'm not 100% sure what's supposed to go to who. Like, lovely dresses probably to Miyu, because she's Little Miss Perfect, and if I recall correctly, Hikari, she's super into manga and anime, which could suggest the cosplay outfit could be for her. Ah, this is a good cheap option for Yui, though. The Ancient Tome. A spooky book with a ripped spine. Yes, it's all spooky, because she is into horror films and stuff. So, yeah, that will actually work really nicely. I just need to save up a tiny bit more money for the Ancient Tome, and then I can actually, yeah, be having that, give that to Yui. I'll be on my first date with her in no time. Oh, and flipping perfect, by accident on Sunday, I was just coming to buy Yui a gift, but she's actually right here. So, okay, do the shopping. Yeah, I want to shop here. I want to buy the Ancient Tome. Yes, spot on. What else is weird looking, by the way? Ooh, Mysterious Orb and Magic Scroll. Right, now try giving Yui the gift. And I truly appreciate this. +3. Nice. Okay, slight red flag with Yui here. One of the things that she says she would like in a partner is a knack for alchemy. There's something romantic about the thought of slipping each other love potions and letting the night close in. Now, is that a red flag? Because I feel like it should be a red flag, but if you're slipping each other love potions, like you're consensually drugging each other, is that okay? I don't know. I feel like that's still a red flag. Oh, I've gone to the roof and there's someone I don't recognise. It must be Magical Girl number 5. And it's Sandwich Girl. Marvellous. Ray, whose defining character trait is she likes sandwiches. Right, what's your thing? Okay, she's immediately being friendly, not cold or standoffish. That's good. But then she decided to go and actually put her hands into my food without asking permission and steal my lunch. So, she's basically cancelled. Ray is now just cancelled for good. No, done, next. Okay, fine, that's all the magical girls. They're all terrible apart from Yui. It's all about Yui. Okay, today's the day. It's Wednesday evening. I've purchased something just to give to Yui. And yeah, just a generic gift from the store. Should be worth +1. And that gets her to 10%. And that means it's flipping date time. Yes, it is time for our relationship to progress to the next stage. Make me a werewolf. Bite me. Bring me into your tribe. Wouldn't you rather hang out with someone better? Oh, Yui, there's no one better than you. By which I mean, thanks to the size of my mobile phone, I've reasonably estimated that there are only 5 romantic opportunities available in this entire school. And I've met them, and all of them have more significant character flaws than you. So it's all about me and you, and whatever your werewolf family say, that's fine. I'll fight them with my time magic if I have to. I'm gonna be honest, our first date was we went to the store and bought a chocolate bar and a soda. Which is that a date? I'm not convinced that's a date. I'm not sure she even knows this is a date. But okay, fine. We're going to start small. We're just going to go to the shop together. Possibly she just thinks we're going to the shop, but hopefully she does know this was a date. Oh, but we've got something a bit odd going on here. So on Thursday morning, I've woken up feeling very, very sick indeed. A sinking feeling in the pit of my stomach, an otherworldly sensation I've never felt before. Somehow I can sense that something terrible is going to happen today. Okay, so apparently my magical boy powers include Spidey sense. Interesting. Did you just say you're not a superstitious person? Not superstitious? You don't believe in the supernatural? You literally attend Magical Girl Academy, you mad bastard! I look out of the window and notice something unusual outside. The sky's looking a bit darker, and heavy clouds are hanging overhead. Yes, sometimes clouds do block out the sun. That is a thing that happens. Oh, the academy is starting to shake violently. This is less good. And the girls are thrown from their feet and hit the ground. I managed to keep my balance, but I'm still slammed into the wall with some force. What is going on here? Okay, the situation's deteriorating here. Some girl, but it's not one of my 5 girls, so I don't actually care, is lying on the ground badly injured. Her leg seems to be snapped in half and her knee is bent in the wrong direction. Unless that's Yui. That's not Yui, right? No, it's not Yui. Actually, this doesn't matter. This is like injuries in Harry Potter. It can just be magicked right. We've already established that like a third of these girls are going to go on to be magical doctors, so it's all 100% under control. Okay, that there is magic. I know, because I've been attending a magic academy for several weeks. So apparently it's a summoning sigil, and I can't help but be a little bit concerned that all of my romance options are here, with the exception of Yui, who has on occasion been sneaking away without explaining why. Is Yui actually secretly a dark sorceress who's planning to blow up the world? Because if so, that's actually pretty hot and I'm more into her as a result of that. Ooh, thundering roars as well. Yeah, Yui, do it, kill everybody. Oh, there we go. We've got a flipping unholy beast dropping from the skies. Nice. Now, I don't actually know any magical spells yet. Sometimes I can freeze glasses of water. That's literally it. That's good. Does anybody else actually know how to deal with monsters? Because I don't. Oh, Mayu's jumping into something. Well, she's a third year, and she's supposed to be really, really flipping good at magic. Go on, Mayu. I believe in you. Alright, she's going to defend the academy. Impress me, Mayu. Prepare to face an inferno of power. Blazing Rose transformation! Okay, that's pretty good. Alright, bonus points to Miyu if she could do that. Because that's pretty hot that you can just do that on demand. Alright, that's good. Oh yeah, we're magical girling up in this business. Alright, and ooh, Miyu is dashing forward. Is Ray going to get involved or is she just cheerleading? Everyone else is just staying back. Alright, the monster roars in challenge as Miyu stares it down. You'll not terrorize this place. Prepare for incineration! And here comes the fiery whirlwind. Oh yeah, there we go. Hit it with the fire spin and then grab it, take it up into the sky and then seismic toss. That's how you do. Return to Ash, she yelled. She didn't need to say that. She's just like showing off and being a bit dramatic. And the serpent of flame erupts forth and pierces the foul beast right between the eyes. And did it actually kill it? Well, it burnt it. Oh, the monster doesn't seem too phased at all. Miyu, get the hell out of there. Uh-oh. Miyu, she dives to the side. I'm a bit worried. Where are the teachers? Are they not teachers? Or like other magical girls? Like they were saying, magical girls, their primary job is to defend from evil. Now, you know what? It's a bit unfair for me to say this thing's evil. We've not been introduced. I don't actually know. But it might be evil. So maybe other magical girls should be dispatched. Like, where's the magical girl police? They should probably be here by now. I wonder where the hell Yui is in all of this chaos. She never... Oh, flip! That's Yui! That's Yui! That's 100% Yui! I'm not sure quite like how or why, but 100% that's Yui. Because that's a werewolf and it's got the same colour hair and vaguely the same sort of like pattern to its hair. Like, just in theory, if you were to like plait that creature's hair, it might look a bit like Yui because she's got long black hair with a bit at the front. That's Yui! Oh, flip, that's 100% Yui. Alright, now I'm on Team Monster, not on Team Miyu anymore. Oh, Kaori's also going to transform. What's her transformation mode look like? Here we flipping go. And she just turned into... Oh my goodness, she's a cat girl. Kaori is cancelled. Okay, I think Kaori was already cancelled. She's cancelled again. Did you just turn into a cat? A cat wearing a tutu. How does that help in this situation, Kaori? How exactly is this supposed to help? And why did you magic up a bell? And that's bought Miyu the time she needs. But no, leave Yui alone. Leave my actual girlfriend out of this. Stop murdering my actual girlfriend, you monsters. The beast has been reduced to a pile of smouldering cinders. No! Yui! I loved you! And I'd already invested quite a bit of money and affection points into you as well, which is even more annoying. And apparently I passed out and spent the night in the school infirmary, but I'm okay now. Now the big thing is... Where's Yui and what does she have to say about this? Because I'm incredibly suspicious that she's actually an evil sorceress trying to bring down the world. And if so, she should tell me because I am on board. Yui showed up after the monster went down. She said she heard the fighting outside but was too scared to leave the alchemy lab. Oh, no. Maybe she was just like possessing the monster. So she's not dead, but... I think she was in control of it. Yeah, Yui, you go. You kill everybody. And so, ladies and gentlemen, time ticks on, but I think you get the point. This here is How to Date a Magical Girl, and it is a dating game. I know you probably kind of got that from like the thumbnail and the title and the video so far, but it really is a dating game. Like, these things have certain very distinctive, unique characteristics, and yes, this has many of them. It's a very classic dating game. There's a lot of very familiar stuff here, but I will say I like the added melodrama of demon summoning and a bit of mortal peril thrown in. There's a bit of, yeah, dark twist being thrown in here, which you don't normally get in some of these things, which is very, very welcome indeed. As is the fact that Yui is blatantly an evil werewolf summoner who is conjuring up her own avatars in order to try and murder the other girls so that she can be with me forever. That's probably true. I'm like 75% sure. But if you want to find out for certain, ladies and gentlemen, link in the description below. Yeah, as a dating sim, it's probably one of the better ones I've ever played. It is a decent, interesting, well-written, fun little thing. For the right person, could be of interest. And I'm glad we gave it a look-see for our Valentine's Day special. I do rather enjoy digging into a dating simulator for this annual special, ladies and gentlemen. Long may the tradition continue. But in the meantime, I've been John. This has been Many a True Nerd. And this has been How to Date a Magical Girl. Thank you very much, and goodbye. Claire, show off what the button packaging does. That's amazing!
25, 50, 100, and then 110
If you need to hide the butter, you just fold the packaging onto the butter and it... that's amazing! That's such a good idea!
See,
How
John
long
is
has butter been doing this?
forever.